Good morning. We are just pulling into Ísafjordur. So the ship did a full spin, and luckily I happened to glance out of the balcony window and see the gorgeous, just like straight wall of mountain face looking at me, and leapt out of bed and ran to the balcony to get some of it on camera. So we're reversing in right now to port here, and the ship looks to be preparing to dock on the port side, which is the side of the ship that I'm on. So as we're pulling in, I've got an amazing view here of the little town area and the houses and buildings just right up here near the dock area. So as we're pulling in, I'm just looking at kind of the fog hanging over the mountains, and it just looks like a little sleepy town. It's just nestled here, and I'm so excited for what I have in store today. I do have a waterfall excursion booked, and I believe our meeting time is 9 o'clock a.m. and it's about 7:45 now-ish. About to run down to the studio lounge to get a coffee, bring that back to the cabin here, and just observe our surroundings as we're pulling in to this beautiful little place. Wow, it's incredible. It's chilly, but it's not freezing outside, and there doesn't seem to be any wind, so I think it will be manageable today. I'm just gonna wear some layers and pack a hat and gloves just in case. Depending on where we're going for the waterfall, the elevation may change, so it may get a bit colder. So I'll just try to prepare as best I can. I just got back from the studio lounge, went and grabbed a coffee, and then I brought my blanket out here to sit on the balcony, in the balcony chair, and just enjoy the scenery for about another hour or so until it's time to get ready for my excursion. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here. I am dressed and ready to head out for my excursion. We are visiting the Dynjandi. No idea if that's how you pronounce it, but I think it's Dynjandi Waterfall. I'll put up the picture of the excursion on the screen here, but it's a 3.5-hour excursion. I think it's quite a bit of a drive to get there, and then we have 90 minutes to hike around and explore the waterfall area. I've got quite a few layers on. I've got this sweatshirt, I have an undershirt, long sleeve shirt underneath, and then a tank top underneath that, and then I have my fleece-lined leggings on and my hiking boots with thick socks, so I should be okay, I'm hoping. I'm wearing my rain jacket on top of that, and then I'm also bringing my down jacket as well in my backpack. Backpack is packed, my hat and gloves, got my water bottle, umbrella. It is raining outside, so I am definitely bringing the umbrella, and I definitely will need the rain jacket. I have a couple of extra snacks in my bag and all my camera gear, and I think I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna head down now. Meeting time is 9 a.m., but I think I have to walk to meet the bus, and I wanna make sure I get there early enough to get a decent seat. All right, off I go. Definitely raining. Glad I brought this umbrella.
So the plan is that we drive to Dynjandi, which takes approximately
arrived at Dynjandi Waterfall. The J is silent. I should have known that. Took us about an hour to get here on the bus, and the weather cleared up at one point and stopped raining, but as soon as we got close to the waterfall, the wind and rain has really picked up, so I don't know how much hiking I'm actually going to be able to do, but I am making my way up to the base of the waterfall. Because it's raining, I didn't bring my microphone out, so hopefully you can hear me, and the wind and sound of the waterfall won't be too disruptive to my speaking, but the landscape here is just absolutely beautiful. So many mountains, so many valleys. The ride over was amazing. The guide gave us so much information on Iceland and the history. There are quite a few buses here. Wind really picked up. There are quite a few buses here and quite a few people, but I'm going to make my way up to the base of the waterfall now. Show you what that looks like. Thank goodness I brought this umbrella and this rain jacket. It is quite chilly and quite windy. There are bathroom facilities here. No food or anything like that. It's very remote and rocky terrain to get here. But all right, let me show you where we are. The rain is horrific. It's so cold. And the wind, it's so much worse than not wearing any gloves, so that was probably a poor choice on my part, but I'm at the base of the viewing area now, so I'm going to try and get a couple of pictures and then head back. This is intense. Still dry. Pretty impressive. Good choice buying these boots. Tell you one thing, the spa is gonna feel amazing after this when I get back to the ship. I kind of want to explore the town a little bit more. Hopefully the weather will clear up a little bit. Wow, this is daunting. Alright, let me show you what I'm looking at here. Okay. I definitely packed correctly for this. My shoes are totally waterproof. No water is getting in. Pants, though, could have used like a waterproof layer. My legs are perfectly warm, but they are not waterproof. So while they're thick and they're protecting me from the wind, they are starting to feel a little damp. So they're gonna have to dry out probably for a day or two. So hopefully it'll be, I think the weather tomorrow is supposed to be sunny in Akureyri. So I hopefully won't need to wear them. So we'll see. I'll do this. Definitely just stepped in a massive, gigantic, disgusting mud puddle. But my feet are dry. Almost back down to the bus now. 10:45, so we have about 45 more minutes, so I'll walk around here a little bit, try and dry off. One thing I wish I had got something was like a towel, maybe even a hand towel or something, so that I could dry my hands, because they are soaked, and so is my phone, so is this camera, and so is all of my accessories and everything. So I just hope everything is resistant enough to the water that it didn't damage anything. But this was awesome. Quite an experience. Quite a trek hiking up there. Foggy, so you can't really see off in the distance too much, but you can still see the mountains surrounding. So crazy to be so far north. Sun is not set at this time of the year. It's almost the start of summer, and I think for about 2 months the sun doesn't really set. That's what our guide was telling us on the way over. And at the start of summer, everyone in Iceland comes together and celebrates the beginning of summer, and she said they put aside all of their concerns and worries and problems, and they all are best friends for the day. They're all joyful and happy, so that was pretty cool. Alright, well, the only thing that's are my hands. Everywhere else, I can feel the wind coming through, but I'm not freezing. It's not super cold, so it's just my hands that are like starting to feel a little numb. So all in all, I think I did a pretty good job choosing what to wear today for this trip. Just got back to the port harbor area. Heading back to the ship. I'm starving. All I had all day to eat was a croissant early this morning. I'm starving and ready for some lunch. I'm just gonna get lunch on the ship, and then we are here until I think 5 or 6 p.m. So I might come back out if this rain will let up and explore around the little town. There's a little brewery right next to the port that would be cool to check out. So we'll see, but heading back onto the ship now. back on the ship in my room, and I just got done eating lunch at the local. I just had like a small meal, nothing big, a bowl of soup and some chips and dip. So I didn't want to get too full because I haven't decided yet what I want to do for dinner tonight, but I want to make that a nice, big, delicious meal. It is still very gloomy, rainy, overcast outside. So I am about to change into my swimsuit, and I'm going to head down to the thermal spa and spend a few hours down there relaxing and reading and enjoying the steam room and the sauna. Exactly what a day like today calls for. So I'm going to go put my spa pass to good use, and that's going to be how I plan to spend the next couple of hours on the ship. I just got back to the cabin from the spa. It's about 4:40. I spent a lot of time just relaxing in the heated loungers and reading the book that I'm currently in. And it is still very much pouring rain outside. It has not let up at all the entire time. So, and the thermal spa was absolutely packed. Everybody had the same idea. The other thing I forgot to mention was I left my umbrella on the bus. I remembered shortly after and ran back to get it, but it was gone. I had left it in the seat back pocket of the seat in front of me. I don't know if the people I was sitting next to maybe grabbed it thinking they could give it to me on the ship, or if someone just snagged it. I don't know, but my umbrella's gone. Unfortunate. Really hope the remaining 9 days of this trip I won't need it again. Gonna take me an hour or so to get ready. I think I am gonna go to this VIP party because I'm really curious what it is and how I got invited to it. I have no idea. No information was given other than the little letter thing that came in my room. I'm gonna go hang out. They'll probably have like drinks and maybe some snacks. I am really hungry. My lunch wasn't that big, so I am pretty starving and probably gonna go to dinner right after this party. I think tonight my plan is to do the sushi place. It's called Nama Sushi. Between Food Republic and the Nama Sushi place, I have never done Nama Sushi on the ship. The last time I was on the ship, I did Food Republic, but I didn't do Nama Sushi, so I think I'm gonna do that tonight and just try it out and see what it's like. I think we are sailing away in about 45 minutes. The ship is definitely, engines are running, I can feel the vibrations, so we're probably getting ready to leave. Got about an hour to get myself all cleaned up and dressed and ready for that party, and then we will see where the night takes me.
So if the forecast is correct, an amazing day in Akureyri tomorrow to look forward to. I get questions about the Arctic Circle when we are cruising up here, and if we will cross it or not. And I can confirm that we will be north of the Arctic Circle twice on this cruise, and first time now on our way to Akureyri. We will then stay north of the Arctic Circle until midnight or so, and this is approximate times because this depends on how fast my officers on duty will be driving during the evening. I have a few Italian officers that are quite heavy on the pedal. I have some Croatians and one from Uruguay that are a little bit more moderate, but luckily also female officers that keeps an eye on these guys and make sure they stay within or at least close to the speed limits. That's all from us here up on the bridge for now. Enjoy the sail away from Ísafjörður. Have an excellent evening on board and a fantastic day in Akureyri tomorrow. Thank you.
So that was the captain's announcement, and I'm not done getting ready. I'm like partway through, but I love hearing the captain's updates. Oh, someone's at my door. So okay, that was my room steward bringing me my freestyle daily. All right, we just departed the pier here in Ísafjörður, and we are headed now tomorrow to Akureyri. It is like 5 till 6, so I'm just about ready to head out of my cabin to go to this party. The captain came over the loudspeaker earlier and gave a really cool update, just a little bit of history about this city and Iceland in general, and a couple of little tidbits about whether or not we are going to go north of the Arctic Circle, which it turns out we are twice during this cruise. I'm about to head up to the observation lounge on deck 17, I believe, to see what this party is all about. All right, I am off. not going to bed before I do a sign out because I'm getting better at this, I promise. My voice is going. I screamed really loud at karaoke tonight, cheering for new friends and people I don't know up on the stage at karaoke, but I had a blast this evening. Really didn't film that much. I went to dinner at Nama Sushi like I talked about earlier. It was very tasty. It was empty. There was hardly anybody there. And then eventually I went to the Metropolitan bar, and the second that I sat down, I got called over by some people I had met the night before. Then we went to karaoke and the night just went from there, and we had a great time. My bed is looking very cozy. It's still light outside despite the fact that it's like after 11 p.m. and the sun is gonna rise sometime around 3 a.m. Good start to this 10-day cruise. We are already 1.5 days in. So sad. It is time for bed for me. My voice is going. I need to regenerate it, drink a lot of water tonight, and sleep in this nice cozy comfy bed that is waiting for me. Early excursion tomorrow, 8 o'clock a.m. and we have a waterfall in another lagoon to experience. I think this wraps up my video in Ísafjörður, Iceland. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Every subscribe and like means so much to me, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Happy cruising.